G'day YouTube. All right, so I've been spending a lot of time on Polymarket lately, and I wanted to share something I just built that's genuinely been helping me not make dumb bets all the time. This isn't in any way a polished video. I'm just going to walk you through what I'm doing and how I'm using the tool that I've built, and you can decide if it's useful for you or not. So if you don't know, Polymarket, basically it's a prediction market. You bet yes or no on real world stuff like elections, crypto prices, Fed decisions, sports, like whatever, like anything. And if you're right, you get paid. If you're wrong, you lose. So it's like trading. It's kind of like any speculation market kind of situation. Simple enough, but here's the thing. Nobody really tells you when you start, there's like hundreds of different markets open at any given time. This is the dashboard of Polymarket. So yeah, you can see through all of the different bets going. It's kind of like, I guess it's like sports bet or one of those kind of sites, but it's more for like world events. There's like hundreds of markets open at any given time, and it's genuinely overwhelming. So you start scrolling through and you're like, okay, so like what do I bet on? Like, do I bet on this? This one looks interesting. You click on it, you have a look. It's got odds. You have a look at what people are talking about it. And it's just a lot of information. You start scrolling and this looks interesting. Oh wait, this one too. And before you know it, you've thrown money at 5 different things, basically gambling. And I don't like to gamble. I like to lower my risk and take reasonable bets. And I was definitely prone to gambling when I was introduced to this website. Just things that I thought might happen didn't end up happening, and so on. So I thought to myself, how can I use AI to try and help mitigate this risk, because it seems like there's a little too much risk in this thing. The thing I kept running into was I couldn't tell the difference between a market that looked good and a market that actually had logic behind it. Like seeing something priced at 62% and going, yeah, that seems about right. That is not a strategy. That's vibes. Like that, and vibes will drain your account slowly and painfully. What I actually wanted was a way to look at all these markets and just filter out all the noise, only seeing the ones where there's a real reason to bet. So a causal reason. So if A happens, then this outcome is the logical result, not just feels like, feels likely. So I built a bot that does exactly that. I called it polyBOT, and it lives here. So this is the main page. If you haven't seen it, you can click this button here. This big button, polyBOT. This is the new section. You click that. You can sign in with Google. You can create an account with your email address. I'm just going to sign in with Google because it's a lot easier. And then you will be presented with this. So this is the strategy generator. I'll cover that in another video. This is a whole nother section. This is a script lab. But this is polyBOT. So you want to click up here to polyBOT, and you'll be brought to this page here. It's got a terminal down the bottom here where you can enter in specific commands if that's what you'd rather do. But yeah, get started. I just usually run default setting. So there's this button right here. Just hover over here, click this. It'll scroll down and start doing its thing. What it's doing under the hood is scanning Polymarket markets and running them through 2 very strict filters before it will even show them to you. So first one is confidence. It has to be at least 70%, not probably yes, actually 70% or higher, based on causal reasoning. So the bot is asking, if I trace the chain of events that leads to this outcome, is that chain solid? If not, skip it. The second one, the risk-reward ratio, has to be at least 2 to 1. So the potential upside has to be at least twice what you're risking, because even when you're confident, things go wrong. You want the math to cover you, basically. And this is what you can see happening right now. So it's running through a series of checks using Grok. We're currently using Grok at the moment because it's the quickest and cheapest to run. got a whole lot of parameters as well. It's a good LLM. So what you end up with is this not 400 markets to go through. It's more like not even 50. It's just the one that passes. And honestly, sometimes that's only a handful, and that's fine. That's all I want to see, just a few for that day or that week or however long you want to run it for. That's the whole point. So this bar up the top will show you its progress and how far it's going. So it's going through 30 markets at the moment. All these settings as well, by the way, are fully configurable here. So you can go through and select how many markets to scan and the minimum required liquidity on those markets that it will filter through. Trending, highest volume, latest, minimum grade. So if you have this set to B+ or A, it'll only show setups that are B+, A and above. And then you just save your settings there. But we'll just let it do its thing. It can take a little while to go through 30 markets as well. So as you can see, it's doing it all individually. All right. Done. You'll hear a noise, a little notification ding. Yep, so you can see here, this is now provided all the results. The filtering is done. So what you end up with is not 400, you end up with just the ones that pass through. And when you click on one, you get a case report. So you can click into each one. This is the bit I actually love. It's not just a bet yes on this. It walks you through the reasoning. Here's the casual chain. Here's all the prospective P&L. If you so happen to put on a bet. Causal analysis. So you can go through all the evidence. Is there... it's not just bet on this. It walks you through the reasoning. Here's the causal reasoning. Here's what needs to happen for this to resolve, the way the bot thinks it should. Here's the confidence score. So you got that at the top. And the risk reward and suggested position sizing. So you can go through from all to monthly, weekly. Yeah. Basically, it's finding markets where things aren't priced correctly, or the AI has deemed them to be mispriced. So worth a look at and worth a look at investing in. You're basically getting a mini research report on the trade before you decide whether to make it. You can read it, agree with it, disagree with it. That's up to you. You're still making the final call. The bot just did all the legwork. So there's a lot of sport, good stuff for sport as well in here. Most people trade constantly. They're always in something, and yeah, sometimes they win, but they're also bleeding on all the mediocre bets in between. And what I wanted to do was to not only bet when the case was actually strong, but wait for the good ones, let the bad ones go. And it's harder than it sounds because you always feel like you're missing out, but it genuinely changes your results. Like if you are only taking A+, so you're only looking at, say, these, then you're more likely to have winning outcomes and more profitable in the long term. So how do you use it? It's super simple. Just go to tradingscript.ai. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to understand math behind it. You just read the case reports and see what makes sense to you and go place the trade on Polymarket yourself. It's a tool I built because I needed it for myself, and I think other people on Polymarket could find it genuinely useful. If you've been on Polymarket feeling like you're just guessing half the time, try it out. It's at tradingscript.ai. Link below. If you've got any questions, just drop them to me in the comments, or I'll start posting more on this YouTube channel as well. So give us a subscribe, and if you've got any feedback of any kind, you can come down here to contact and fill out this form, or just email us at support@tradingscript.ai. Give us a follow on these socials as well.
If you're ready to stop letting technical barriers hold you back, try tradingscript.ai today for free. Links in the description.